What's up, everybody? It's Vashaun Jones, visionary of Fedora Outlier LLC. Let me take out these headphones. I don't need headphones to hear me talk. I did need to know whether the computer was up and working, though. So listen, I got this statement one, two, three times this week. Once in an email, twice in a conversation, and it has to do with having holes in my understanding, holes in my training, holes in my use of a particular thing. Twice it was technology. One it had to do with guns and understanding how they work. And guess what? Whenever you have holes in your understanding, holes in your training, holes in just trying to get something done, you got to go back to the basis and build a foundation. Think about it. You got a hole in the ground. Well, what are you doing? When you fix that hole, you make a solid foundation. If you got a hole in your roof, what happens when you patch it? Well, you got to patch everything from the inside to the out and all the way through. So that's the same thing you have to do whenever you have holes in your understanding of something that you want to master. And the big key word in that, the cardinal word in that, is master. If you want to master it. Now, some people, they don't. They just want to talk about the fact that they need something, and you talk to them a year later and they still need the same thing. So the biggest thing is actually getting it done. Get her done. Get her done. Right. And so with technology, you have to go back to the basics. You have to go back to that day. You know what happens? You get a computer, you open it up, you figure out, if first thing you want to know is, how do I make it talk? How do I make it work? And then you figure it out. Oh, it's talking. How do I navigate? Oh man, I done went left, I done went right. I'm in there. Okay. All right, create a password. All right, boom, boom, boom. Created a password. Some people even forget the password because they just so happy that they got in. Now the next time they can't get in. That's sighted people and blind people alike. That's just human nature, right? So then you get in and you start moving around and doing stuff, and you're figuring out stuff, but you're figuring out stuff in a manner that's not conducive to you actually mastering it. You're just tinkering around, right? You didn't take the car part apart, look at how it came apart, and then put it back together again. You just tore it apart, and now you try to fix it. And so that's the same thing with people trying to learn technology and a lot of different things, is they never get a solid foundation to build on. What if your house was built on sand? Well, your technology in this case is built on sand. The minute something happens that you're not used to, then your whole perspective of it is whacked out. And if you can't understand that, your whole perspective is whack. No, I'm just playing. That's Jay-Z. But yeah, so here's my best advice, and I teach hundreds of people a year how to master their technology. In fact, today I'm actually about to close on a contract in a whole other state, to do what we've been doing. Once again, conquering being able to be a provider of assistive technology in all 50 states. And we're getting up there, baby. I'm telling you, it's been a great journey, but I love it. I love the people that I meet. I love all the counselors and all the bureaucratic red tape that you have to jump through. I love it all. But I had to learn. It's 10, 11 years in the business, mastering this game. And I started with a solid foundation. In fact, I'm the blueprint for this thing called assistive technology teaching when it comes to the Mac, because it wasn't here when I got started. It was brand spanking new, and I jumped in it head first, man, and mastered it. And so when it comes to technology, and you have holes in it, start from the foundation, build from there. When it comes to anything else, get a firm understanding of the basics and build from there. It takes more work to get a firm understanding, but you'll love yourself in the interim, because now you'd have to go back and relearn and feel like, you haven't accomplished anything. You're starting from scratch. Do a lot of research, ask a lot of questions, jump in. All right. So you guys know what it is. Hopefully this helps. If it doesn't, email me, reach out on social media, and we'll make it happen. But let's not have hoes. Let's change the world, and let's change the world together.